Okay, hey everyone, Rick here. Now folks, please let me know if you can hear me, because that's the most important thing. I'm pretty sure you can see me, and that's good too. I mean, that's also very imperative, but if you can hear me, that is the main thing. So let's take a little peek. Can I hear anything on this? Keeping my fingers crossed. Yes. Thank God. Okay, good. Okie doke. So, yes, so what are we doing here? Well, we got multi-cams, so we can take a look around. Let me know if the audio ever sounds really bizarre. But yeah, we are reorganizing the Lego room. I mean, there's gaps we need to fill. As you can see, there's empty spaces on the shelves, but also we have not used the, the space to its full potential. So let's take a look around first of all and see what we've got. All right, so we got that main cam kind of showing off, where everything is, and then we have a shelf up there, a virgin shelf that has not yet had a set placed upon it. And then we have all of this over here. We have some miscellaneous. We actually have a box we've kind of started putting stuff in. We have that whole, basically that whole bottom shelf. We're going to get that stuff out of there because we want to start with the number one priorities, which are the castle sets. We got pirate ships up top. Castle, castle, castle. I was already live on Facebook for a little while earlier. I was able to get all of this added. I got all of this added. We got through a box or two. And let's see. I'm going to go over here and we're going to take a peek at another room. So there's all that stuff. Now we actually emptied a couple boxes. Can you believe it? We actually managed to empty a couple boxes, but we have such a long way to go. All right, so where's the best place for this? Earlier I had it kind of up here. How much battery do I have? I'm so good on battery. All right, so let's put this up here somewhere. Right about there-ish. That's not too bad. All right, awesome. So we've got that in place. Now I'll be right back. I'm going to go grab another box full of Lego. And see what we can do with this one. All right. So here we go. Let's take a peek. Good afternoon, Leonardo. This is kind of different from what we normally do, but we got a lot to do here. All right, so in this box, just a couple sets, but this box was big because these sets are pretty tall. Hopefully that's not too crooked. Okay, so let's get this stuff out of here if we can. Oh my gosh, I'm going to put this on the floor actually. Okay, so one of these is some kind of like vampiric castle set. And then another is an old Lego Ninja. Now, can you believe it? They had Ninja sets before Ninjago. Can you believe that? Oh, that's right. Back in the 90s, which was not too long ago. Oh my gosh, some of this is so dusty. Now, you have to understand that I packed this away almost 6 years ago. So a lot of this hasn't seen the light of day in 6 years. But even then, it was still dusty. Oh my gosh. There are a couple other bits and bobs in here as well. It's going to be interesting to see where we can find a place for this. Okay. I believe that is it. All right, so we've emptied another box. Now we can stick this out here. As you may have seen at the beginning of the stream, we have about 20 to 30, that might be an exaggeration, boxes to go through, but also I have these cans of air because, oh my God, some of these are so dusty. Cans of air are honestly like a Lego collector's best friend, assuming your sets get dusty. I would love to have been able to tell you that, I had these all, nice and covered or something somewhere where they didn't get dusty, but I'm not going to lie. They definitely got their fair share of dust. Okay, so, yeah, can you believe it? This set, one of my absolute favorite sets as a kid that I wanted. This gigantic castle. Alright, so in transit, some of the pieces have fallen off. Thankfully, on this set, it wasn't too bad. Oh my gosh, you should have seen me try to deal with this castle earlier. It was like falling apart and absolutely a mess by the end. But we got it. We got it. Alright, so where did this go? Over here? Oh my gosh, that means we're missing an entire one over here. Hopefully that shows up in another box. Alright, so then where does this go? We have 2 up here, 2 over here, 2 up there. I assume this would fit somewhere. If we can't find it now, we will keep it off to the side, because that is like the big deal is there's probably going to be pieces here and there that we can't find a home for, and that's okay. Alright, so how did this go? This attached to this? Is that right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay, now where did this guy go? This other hanging bat. So that's basically the whole concept of tonight's stream, is that we are going to be taking sets out of the box, repairing them where necessary, and then this guy goes over there somewhere, and then finding shelf space for it. Monkey Kid sets? Are those the brand new ones? I think I just heard about that. Is that like the new one of the new themes? If so, no. Oh my gosh. I have not bought a new Lego set in so long. So no. If there's a set or a theme that's come out within the last, I don't know, year or more, then no, probably not, unfortunately. And the reason why not is because I'm, wanting to get this room finished. I haven't bought any new sets. I haven't built any new sets until I get this room finished. And then once I do, it's all hands on deck. We are buying new sets. We are building new sets. We are displaying new sets. But I didn't want to... I will admit I did buy, some that I have just boxed up. I haven't built yet. But even so, not in a long time. All right, so these ninjas, here's something in here too, are going, let's see, let's put all this stuff off to the side. Because we are going to, I have a little spare parts bucket here also. In here, unfortunately, anytime I find pieces that I don't know where their home is, and believe me, it's actually, unfortunately, quite often, we will put them in the spare parts bin. Alright, so where does this go? How tall is this anyways? Let's disassemble, not the whole thing. Let's disassemble a part of this. Jeez, if I could quit knocking stuff over, that would be fantastic. So how tall is this anyways? Alright, so it would fit on top of either of those. The dream would be on top of this, but nope. That'll hit the ceiling. Jeez, what about here? Nope, too tall. So we're going to have a bit of an issue trying to find a home for this. Unless we put it up there in the corner, but I don't know about that. So this may be one we have to put off to the side for right now. How tall is that? That's almost as tall as this, so we may have trouble finding a home for that also. These were two of the taller sets. We always have up here, and that may be where we have to go if we can't find anywhere else. So let's put these off to the side for right now. Scoot all that over. And then we will go grab another box. That's what tonight's going to be all about, is grabbing more boxes. So let's do it. Next box. What's it going to be? Man, this one is pretty full. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace. I don't even know if we're going to even have room for all this. All right. Last year, is it like late last year or early this year? Or earlier last year? Because that monkey theme, that sounds familiar, but I thought that was like brand new, like within the last few months. Do I like Ninjago? Some of the sets I do. I mean, what is this called? The Temple of Spinjitzu? Oh my gosh, yeah. Castle is my absolute favorite theme of all. So, I did see that they had a poll on, I think, the Ideas website where they said, what should the, 90th anniversary be? And of course I voted for Classic Castle. Alright, so here's what's in this box. Get ready, folks. Look at this. I know, isn't it just absolutely disgusting how everything's piled on top of each other? So here is the goal. We have to get all this out of the box. We have to repair anything that's broken, and then we have to find room on the shelf for it. There is some Western in here. There is some more modern pirates, not really classic pirates. There's also some sci-fi in here. Now, I'll tell you right now, the priority for shelf space does not favor modern space very much. I like classic space, and there is definitely some classic space, but this modern sci-fi stuff is just not happening. Nicholas, thank you so much. Ben, what's going on? All right, so here we go. We're digging in. Oh my gosh, this one's going to be a beast. We have to untangle all of these sets. Now, a lot of this is still really dusty, but it's like some of this is more modern pirates. What even is this? I don't even know. I don't even remember what this is. Oh my gosh, is this a Chima set? I can't remember. Who remembers The Legend of Chima or whatever it was? Have I played Frostgrave? Oh my gosh, I love it. I love Frostgrave. I used to Frostgrave with Lego. Now that's something I hadn't thought of. But I used to host these Frostgrave Fridays with some of my friends. That was a fantastic time. Okay, next is going to be this. Oh my gosh. The hardest part is getting this stuff out of the box without absolutely destroying it. Okay, so we have like this gigantic mantis. Like this thing, this crazy mantis insectoid thing. I'm pretty sure that was from one of the more recent sci-fi themes. Like, look at this. Does anyone even remember this? This sci-fi theme was only around for like a cup of coffee. I don't know if you can even see that, but it's like a little cyborg minifigure. All right, this was a Chima thingamabob. This guy must go with this mantis because he looks kind of insectoid-ish. Okay, let's see what's next. All right, well, we got this thing, which looks cool and looks like it detaches, which is very cool. Some of this sci-fi stuff was really sweet, and you never hear about it anymore. So it was like this vehicle with a little cockpit, and you'd have someone in the back there, and then boom, unattach it, and then this little thing would go off on its own while you still have this little vehicle. That was probably one of my favorite space themes of all time. Basic blocks. Brain, how's it going? Yeah, I definitely prefer the themes and the instructions, because if you hand me a tub of bricks, I don't know where to begin. But if you hand me a castle set with instructions, now you're talking. You know, that's just like I like pre-painted figures in tabletop gaming. I like all the work to be done for me. Of course, I like building the sets with instructions, but I don't want to paint, and I don't want to have to come up with my own castle design. I want it ready to go as soon as I'm ready for it. So we got some more pirate stuff here. And we also got, oh, this is actually very cool. I mean, look at this. Now, part of it's missing. I assume it's going to be down in the box somewhere. But look how cool this is. I mean, it's like a pirate ship, just like the outer wooden beams. And there's the skeletal captain with the thing. But it's like an old, smashed up ship turned into like a hideout. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. And again, I have not seen this stuff in 6 years or whatever. Okay. So what's next? All right, well, we got this. Man, I really just put all sorts of crazy things in this one box. There's some kind of little hot roddy truck. I don't know, you probably can't see that on that camera. That one's probably not going to be displayed right away. All right, and then what is this? Oh, this was a little mini set for like a modern city police theme. And we have a little raft, and it's like, I don't know, bent. Another pirate kind of thingamabob. Yes, lovely sweaters. That is a thing I'm trying to remedy. That this Lego room gets, you know, the attention it deserves, because I just very rarely ever even come in here, and that's because I have most of the sets still boxed up. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to unbox these sets and find a place for them on the shelf, but yeah, it's looking like a tight fit already. Oh my gosh, there's more of these like sci-fi space bugs. Alright, and apparently there's a couple of them. So, that's the problem. You know, my hierarchy of what is going to get shelf space in this room is castle first, then pirates / classic space / western, and of course the modulars, which you can see maybe up there, the big huge creator modular sets. And then I do want city, but modern space, I just don't know. Just don't know if I have much room for modern space. But we'll see. Oh my gosh, this thing has a dang bridge. And oh my gosh, is this where that attached to? Holy cow. There we go. So that's pretty cool. But finding room, even for modern pirates, is going to be a challenge. A challenge and a half to find room for even modern pirates. We have a lot of really cool Western sets in here. Oh my gosh, yes. This Western, and of course some of this I didn't get till later in life. Like I remember being a kid looking through the magazines, seeing the Lego Western Fort, the Lego Western Town, and just drooling over it. And I never got it when I was a kid, so when I was an adult, I just started buying it left, right, and center. Here's some kind of bat. I don't know if this is a Chima bat. But again, that's probably going to go in another box. A box. Oh my gosh. Some more of these not the old insectoids. Yeah, the room where, well, let's take a look. So, for those of you who are watching now who may not have seen the original room, which is back this way, so we have a lot to go through, and not too much space left. So, which is why we've got to prioritize this. So again, unfortunately, as much as I would like to say everything's going to have a place, unfortunately, maybe not everything's going to have a place, to be brutally honest. Okay, so we have an island here, which I assume something, probably this will go on top of it. But here is one of the Western sets, and these are my babies. These absolutely we have to find room for. Oh my gosh, it is so dusty. Look at this. Oh my gosh, look at this. Maybe this camera would be better. Who remembers in the 90s these Western sets? I mean, are you kidding me? The general store? You can go in there and buy your shotgun rifles and your everything, your dynamite. Oh my gosh. So this absolutely has to have a place. So where are we going to do Western? Maybe over here. I'm going to just start putting the Western sets over there. I don't know if that's exactly where they're going to be or not. Where they're going to end up. Oh boy, we still got a lot to go here. Oh, this fort. This Western fort is absolutely amazing. Okay. I absolutely did. Oh my gosh. My Frostgrave Warband. The funnest part for me about Frostgrave was the whole coming up with names for everybody. So you'd have Nine Toe Ted and and just your whole troop of guys, and you'd want them to do well. You'd want them to survive from campaign battle to campaign battle. And yeah, I had one of them who could have an animal companion, and it was a bear named Santa Claus. And I mean, it was just so much fun. I have not played it in quite a while, but back when we did, those were the days. And I can't believe how long ago that's been. That's been a couple years. Okay. A couple little pirate ships. A little piratey island. And this crazy, motorcycle. This was from, I want to say more recent, but again, all this stuff is, oh, how cool is this? These things were this motorcycle thing was like a hover cycle. But again, all this stuff is 6 years old or older, way over 6 years old. So when I say this kind of thing was a more recent Agents set. You know what? I don't think I have checked out version 2. Yes, Leonardo, you got it. And as soon as I get down to the bottom of this box and pull it out, we will take a look at that. Because yes, remember that when you were flipping through that Lego magazine and the picture showed you how the trapdoor worked when you spin the little card table and the guy falls into the jail? Or the bad guy, if he wins, his trapdoor led him out to freedom. Oh my gosh, I did not realize I had so many of these space insect sets. And these are not the original insectoids. These are one of the more recent space themes. Okay. And again, more recent meaning within the last 20 years. In the 2000s. This is an old, some of this I just threw in this box. And I tried to label all the boxes. Oh my goodness. Here we go. This poor covered wagon is kind of bent out of shape, but that was one of my other favorite things. When they had these covered wagons. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's dusty in here. All right, we have a ton of space minifigures as well, which we're going to have to do something with. I mean, they look really cool, but oh boy, shelf space. Maybe up there. There is that shelf. I always forget about that shelf. Here is a little ship. Okay, we're getting close. We are getting so close. All right, I'm pulling it out right now. Oh. Now let me blast this with some compressed air real fast because it is dusty as heck. But here it is. Oh my gosh. This thing is so freaking sweet. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to blast this with air. Oh my gosh, I'm running out. Fudge. Oh my gosh, how cool is this? There's all these little pieces. Now what even is this? Oh. See, there's so many features of these sets that I didn't even remember. Okay, so here we go. This is just the back wall of the fort. And it has this like barricade where the doors are. And like Leonardo was saying, when you look on the inside there, this little card table, if you spin it, it drops down, and that drops down into freedom. So whoever's sitting there just got out of there. Or if you spin it this way, that one drops down into the jail. Oh my gosh, yes. That is so freaking sweet. And then there was this over here. I didn't even see this. This has a cache of weapons in it. Oh my gosh, how freaking sweet. Looks like there's something else hidden in there too. I mean, there's little surprises everywhere. That is so flippin' awesome. Okay. So that is, and that's just the back wall. I'm going to put that down there. And then, holy smokes. There's so many little pieces in here. So this must have gone on this island. There's all kinds of cannons in here too. And pieces that don't even belong in here. Okay, the next one is going to be this. Oh my gosh. This is the bank. And this went on here somewhere, but I don't know where. How cool is this? The fact that they made a whole western town. And so here's the bank, and it's not just like the front of the bank. It's literally you have an interior, which was always important to me when building Lego sets, that there would be an interior. And so yeah, you have, and see how the bars, like when you're talking to the teller, he was behind these bars, and then you have the vault inside here. But of course, the play feature was that this whole thing could explode. There was this little slot right here. If you took one of those little dynamite bricks and slid it in there, like this whole back part of the vault would explode. I mean, just come on. How amazing is that? That is just so cool. The Western sets are absolutely some of my favorite sets. God, did I forget to turn this phone off again? Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that did it. So we're not ringing and dinging the whole time. Okay, so this had to go somewhere. I guess I'll just put it over here for now. Little wanted poster, which is really cool. Okay. Now, I'm going to take out some of these little pieces. Now this cannon is Western, so we're going to want to put that with the Western stuff. I don't know what this is, but this could be a piece of a Western set. Well, hold on. Yeah, it could be. I don't know. All right, we're almost to the bottom of this box. We still got a bunch of random stuff, though. Like we have a double-sided lightsaber. We have a parrot. Now, I assume that goes to one of these pirate sets. Here is a side wall of the fort. Oh my gosh. How sweet. And there's a gigantic shark attached to it. But I mean, come on. Oh my God, the dust. It's insane. Okay, so here's another wall of the fort. We'll put it over here for now. Here's another cannon. And here's another wall with a huge, like, train, or a, oh my God, with a bunch of bushes. I don't know where the bushes technically go, but that doesn't matter. I was always so particular about putting even the landscaping where the instructions said. If the instructions said to put one of the bushes there, that is exactly where I put the bush. Okay. And then here is another amazing Western building. This was a set all on its own. So out of these sets, we had the fort, we had the town, which included the general store and the bank. And then we had this. Oh my gosh. Which of course is the sheriff's office. Alright, I'm going to blow on this again. So much dust. But the funny thing about this, I mean, this was so cool, right? Because it had the sheriff's office and the jail. But, I mean, look at the sheriff. They put a hinge in there so that the sheriff, when he's sitting in his seat, would be leaning backwards. Like a classic Western sheriff with his legs up on the desk. I mean, that's just hilarious. Okay. And then the last large piece in this box is, oh my gosh, there's an automobile attached to this. And some kind of like military helmet. There's a musket, there is a fish, Let's get all the stuff that is not Western themed off of here. And here it is, folks. Here is the front of the fort. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? Okay, so now is the time. We have to decide how we want to, I don't know, is this where we put the Western stuff on this shelf? For now, I will say sure. But that means, how do we do it? Now, where should I even put this camera at? Let's prop it up like over here somewhere so we can kind of see it. Is that okay or no? I think that's okay. We'll put it like that for now. Okay, so how are you doing? Okay, so the Western stuff we'll put over here. I'd like this fort to be complete. So I don't know if the shelf is deep enough though. Alright, so we're going to put, no, it's definitely not going to be deep enough. Darn it. Well, maybe there's a way there's a way around that. Okay, so where's the back wall? The back wall is here. And the front wall is here. And that's about as wide as we can make it, unfortunately. We are then going to put these side walls up against it. So we'll do something like this. The annoying thing with some of these sets that you get secondhand is when people put the stickers on, they may not have put them on as carefully as you would have. Okay, sheriff, bank, general store. I honestly don't know if that was part of this or not. Let's put this frying pan in here. We have these cannons. And do something like that. I don't know what this was, so I'm just going to put it in a barrel. And then put this covered wagon, this poor covered wagon, which again, the covered part of it, I wonder if I could iron that. Because the cloth material is just, so bent out of shape. Okay, what else? Is there anything else over here that is Westernish? Oh, duh, of course. The gold mine. I forgot all about the gold mine, which I already had out because it's right here. Oh my gosh, I have a ton of weapons. Because this barrel will fall over at the drop of a hat. Okay. So this gold mine also has to go over here. Whoops, there it went. Oh, there's just barely enough room for it to go right there. How perfect is that? Was there some way to keep this barrel from tipping over? Maybe something like this. That might work. Okay, so that's not too bad. Well, we got, just look at this. Look at this. We've got the Western stuff, so there is the gold mine, the town, and then the fort on the end. And that may or may not be where it ends up. But now look at all this stuff. Look at all this stuff we now have to find a place for. And otherwise, this is the end of the box. We just have a few minifigures and stuff in there. But that ain't too bad. Alright, so let's set this back up over here. Hopefully it's not tilted. Okay. Oh yeah, we actually still have some Western stuff. Some little bits and bobs over here. Okay. Take this stuff out of here. And actually what I'm going to do is put in some of this stuff that we are pretty confident we're not going to be doing anything with for a while. So this is the low priority stuff, like these insectoids, these space insects, which are still very, very cool, but I just don't know if we are actually going to have display space for them or not. So we will put those in here for now, because it's time to go get another box. Because believe me, there is so much more. So much more. Okay. This Chima bird thing. I'll admit, some of these sets I got just for the minifigures, and then I still end up building the rest of the set. And then, of course, then I'm like, well, what am I going to do with the rest of the set? It'd be nice if I had infinite display space, but anyone who collects Lego knows that just is super unlikely. Okay, and this, and then we do have a couple things here, another cannon and another carriage, which is good because we still have some room over here near the Western stuff. Okay, I'm leaving this pirate stuff here for now. I don't know where this yellow chair came from. I do not believe... Oh, well, hold on. Was that part of the sheriff's office? I'm going to have to take a look. Let's see. Would this have been part of the sheriff's office? This up without completely knocking everything over. Was there a visitor chair in the sheriff's office? Maybe the dust will tell us. Will the dust reveal that there was a visitor chair in here? Honestly, I don't see one, unfortunately. Is there anything under this? Of course there is. If you ever ask yourself, in these old Western sets, that's the funny thing about these old Western sets. They hid firearms and explosives in every nook and cranny of these sets. So when I was looking at the sheriff's desk, and it looked like there was a gap here. Why is there a gap there? Is it because there's a hidden cache of weapons there? Yes, of course, that was the answer. The sheriff has a pistol and a couple gold pieces hidden in the desk. That is just too funny. I had a feeling. Now, I just can't tell if there was a visitor chair or not. I'm going to put one in here anyways, because I don't know where else that yellow chair would have come from. So yeah, Hal, that is the great debate right now I'm trying to figure out what do I want to do with my guest bedroom. Do I want to turn it into Lego room number 2, or do I want to do something else with it? Because I very well could turn it into Lego room number 2. All right, that is it for this box. This box, for now, is done. And now it's time to move on to another box. We're slowly getting through this. We've pulled 4 boxes out of that room so far. This is going to be box number 5. First of all, I'm going to take this hoodie off because I'm getting hot as hell, and then we'll take another box. Okay. I told myself, I said, Rick, do not put that hoodie on because you're just going to get hot. And I said, no, I'm not going to get hot. It's like 1 degree outside. Oh yeah, but my heater's on. And I'm dealing with Lego here. It's going to be, you know, a lot of effort. Holy hell, this box is heavy. Man, this box is packed with Lego sci-fi. Oh my gosh. What even is that? Holy cow. There's a mix of modern and old school. Who remembers Lego Space Police? I mean, come on. Jeez. There's Ice Planet. There's the Insectoids, the original Insectoids. Space Police 1 and 2, and some other kind of crazy thing I haven't seen in years. Don't forget, I haven't seen any of this in 6 years. Look at, again, this is how deep the box is. Holy cow. This is just layers upon layers of classic space and more modern space. Oh boy. And the reason I grabbed this box was because I do want classic space. I do want to display classic space. So, here we go. There's a pterodactyl in here. Classic space is going to go where? Up there, down below here. Where are we going to put classic space? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Maybe here. You know what? Maybe right there, right behind you, because we already have Blacktron over there. So we're going to need to move a bunch of that stuff. Oh my gosh. So do we do that first? Okay, let's do that first. So we're going to move this over here. Okay. Well, right now, it literally all is in the guest bedroom. That is, unfortunately, where I'm pulling all these boxes out of. Alright, so let's put this here. Because now we're going to take all this stuff out. Let's go get an empty box. So as many boxes as we are emptying, we are filling up more. We're still netting, at this point, 2 empty boxes. But we are going to be filling up this box. So where can I even put this? Maybe on this chair. I know. Boom. Just leave it all in there. Well, that's the thing. I have big plans for that guest bedroom, in all honesty. And really, it does not involve Lego. Okay, so I'm pushing all this back. All of this back up against the wall. Because there's no doubt about it, we are going to be filling up this shelf at some point, not yet, but at some point. And this stuff's got to go. And this is the lid I was looking for earlier. And, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff yet. That's more castle. More old school castle. Okay, so I guess we can put the car dealership up here. Whoops. Don't want to lose the mechanic or the helicopter. And the sad thing is there's so many more sets that I want. And it's like I don't even have room for the sets that I have. Just absolutely insane. Car dealership. What else do we want to put up there? Some of this stuff just needs to go. Just piling things up down here. These mail sets, I did like these, but I just do not have the room. This thing's going. This penguin car is going. This police truck is unfortunately also going. Bye-bye. Goodbye for now. Okay. These are going. And see, soon you'll see, oh my gosh, now we have a full shelf to use. But unfortunately, that also means we have boxes of sets that are not on a shelf. Okay, so this stuff, let's move it up. And move this up. And this tow truck is so cool. Whoops. Here's another Ninjago mech looking guy. Okay, Blacktron. I don't want to move this all the way into the corner, do I? I don't know. Maybe we'll put some of this over there. Because this Blacktron base does something really cool. but it needs room. This catapult needs to go over here. That is a different kind of crown. Was that really for them? I don't think so. Oh, I wish LEGO would come out with more castle sets. I mean, Ninjago's okay, but it's futuristic. I want more medieval castle. These little guys can go away. This little car will eventually find a home. These carnival sets, I just don't know where that carnival's gonna go. This carnival truck is an absolute beast. Rick, be careful. I've already dropped and absolutely destroyed multiple sets during this process. Okay, so, nice. So you can kind of see there's a whole shelf here. This is going to be the classic space shelf. And it's probably not going to be... We actually didn't put too much in this box. Which is a good thing, because then we won't have a whole bunch of stuff to try to relocate later. Okay, but we now must start going through here. Oh my goodness. And the thing is, there's going to be so much classic space, I don't even know if we're going to have room. So we're going to have to even prioritize the stuff we find in the classic space stuff. Like insectoids. Are the insectoids important enough to be put on the classic space shelf? I do love them. I mean, these sets were so freaking cool. Well, let's go ahead and put them here for now. I mean, geez, this thing is gigantic, but I love it. I love the old classic space. Okay, now this thing is not going on the shelf yet. It's very cool. Like, look at this. I don't know if you can see it, but it like almost has a Rock'em Sock'em Robots kind of vibe to it. Okay, next we have another insectoid ship. Oh my gosh, those batteries still work. Isn't that insane? Okay. Because that's like 20 years old. And I doubt a new battery has been put in there since it was new. Okay, we have some Indiana Jones stuff, and I'm sure, like many people, when you got the Indiana Jones stuff, you got it for the like World War II looking vehicles, if you were a military collector. Here's a little pod ship that I have no room for at the moment. And here may be the one and only Ice Planet set in this box. Of course, there's more coming. But, how did this go? Like this? No, that's not right. Maybe it was like this. Which is still kind of weird, though. No, okay, that worked. This missile transport. I saw someone on the LEGO brick set Facebook page posted that they had like a fleet of these things. And see, I always loved that idea. And I did that myself. Buy multiple small things, come up with like a whole huge fleet. What is this? That is not necessary right now. What is that? Oh, that's that Ferrari truck. Well, we definitely don't have room for the Ferrari truck. Now, how do we get this cockpit to come down? What's it getting stuck on? This is the Space Police 1 mothership, which is very, very cool. Oh, this. Okay. There we go. Yeah. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hal, you take care. And I will see you next time, my friend. I know, Leonardo, just you wait. There's so much more Ice Planet, too. Alright, so here is one Space Police. We have another Space Police in here. We also have, this was kind of like a sampler, because there was a bunch of this kind of stuff. Now, some of these antennas, of course, have fallen off, so I don't even know. Oh, like this. I can absolutely tell that this came off of an insectoid thing. Yep. And this is a very cool, like, X-Wing ship. We're going to have to reorganize that whole shelf in a little bit. Sooner rather than later. And then we had some of this, like, not Jurassic Park, but it was like a dino enclosure. What is this? Little shack. Little shanty. Love it. Oh my gosh. Just when I think I'm starting to get a handle on how much stuff there is, I then realize, no, there's going to be way too much. Okay. So then, what is this? A utility truck? See, that's cool. If I do have space for some of these city sets, a utility truck is one of them. Okay. So then I have this flying saucer thing. And more little figures. Look at this. Okay, here we go. Space Police 2. Look at this. Are you kidding me? This was the ultimate ship. I mean, let's take a closer look at this. Do you even have any idea of some of the features of this thing? This thing is absolutely insane. Okay. So, of course, the back hatch comes down, and there's, you know, a little rover in there that can come out, which you can see also when you pop this top hatch up. So you can see the rovers in there. You can see someone else's in there as well. And here's another hatch that comes up. And you can see there's more people in there and little computers. So there's people doing things on computers throughout the ship. And these, oh my gosh, it's going to fall. I forgot it did that. So that is how you lift this thing up and then bring this wing in, and then the pod on either side will come out, will be released. That is so freaking cool. Also, if I remember right, there's something about this too. Like this comes apart in like 3 different sections. So, I mean, the modularity is amazing. Okay, so I know there's got to be another red antenna thing in here somewhere. Now, how did these go? Like this? Boom. Okay, yes. Perfect. Love that. All right, so put that over here. I don't want to stack them on top of each other. That would just be heresy. This thing is absolutely bonkers. This is absolutely insane. Once I get all this stuff put up, I really want to take some detailed videos. Let me bring this down. Of how amazing some of these old space vehicles were. Is this focused at all? So this thing obviously comes apart in 2 halves, but this ship right here is the main thing that is amazing about this. How do I get this off of here? Let me put this down. This lifts off like this. So this little, ship thing was on there, on this trailer. It comes up, but then it expands out like this because these Space Police pods, there we go, these Space Police pods fit in the middle of this. So this ship would fly, collect the pod, and then bring it back over here. And then this whole thing would then, because the pods can be released out of here, and then you can use those pods in the mothership that's way over there. Because all of these Space Police 2 sets had use of those pods, including this. And here's what's left in here. This Ferrari truck, I'm probably just going to leave in here. Here is a little insectoid outpost looking thing. So I'm just going to pop that over there for right now. And then here's another Space Police 2 thing. And look, this does the same thing. You see these arrows. You take this pod right out of there. So these Space Police pods are just so freaking ingenious. Okay, I'm going to put this back up here again. Something like that. Okay. Now we got to find room for all this. So we've hyped up all the Space Police stuff. And I hate to say it, but am I going to have to stack some of these on top of each other? That just seems crazy. Well, first of all, there's a better way to do a lot of this. Let's make sure that we are utilizing all of the room that we possibly can. Okay. This ice planet thing, we are definitely going to have more ice planet, but not quite yet, it seems. So then we can slide this over and then bring this over. And I'm already not liking this because some of these are sticking way out. Pop this over here. this over here. So I mean, it looks okay like that, but realistically, that's not where it's going to end up. Okay, so let's see here. Oh boy. Indiana Jones. Unfortunately, Indiana Jones, there's just no room for Indiana Jones. Here's another insectoid thing. So here, we'll put this over here. Put this over here. I'm sure this probably clipped to something. Up here, or where would this have gone? Because it has a magnet on the bottom. And if you know insectoids, they were all about using those magnets. Okay, so this box has now been emptied of everything that we actually care about. So that means we can start filling it back up with stuff that we do not have space for at this time, which is going to be all of this. And then we will go get another box. Oh my goodness, it's so cool to see some of this stuff that I haven't seen in 6 years. I know, I'm going to keep saying that. 6 years, can you believe it? Okay. So this box, we're going to take this out for now. Here we go. I wonder just how long it would be before we found the ice planet mothership. And we did not have to wait too terribly long. We also just happened to find one of the original, if not the original, Imperial Star Destroyer. Okay. Plus there's this thing. Some kind of crazy Star Wars spaceship. That looks like some of the pieces are probably missing from. Which I just am not going to be putting out Star Wars. Here's some classic pirates. Some old school pirates, original pirates. Now that is going to have a place. We'll just have to find a place for it later. Okay. Here we go. It was always fun to see where the proper place to hold some of these ships were. And this one was like right in the middle. Okay. So yeah, we got to replace this. So if you ever see like a missing piece when I pull one of these out of the box, never fear, because it is not far away most of the time. Come on. Which is also kind of why it's nice when you have the box of all the stuff, because then you know if a piece is missing, it was in the box. Okay. So here's the next amazing set Oh my gosh, that guy's missing his head. Alright, so here, let's take a closer look at this one. So this was the ice planet mothership. And I mean, this thing is amazing. First of all, look how freaking cool that looks. Are you kidding me? So both of these front parts can come off. Both of those, because you can see they have arrows there as well. It tells you they can come off. Then this was a big missile that rose up, and you could launch that. And like these two arrows say, you can take that off as well. And then you could connect this to the center of this, and you could connect this one to this back hatch. And this back thing opens. You can lift these two up like this. Then this garage door thing kind of opens up. And as you push this back, it raises that pod in there, so then it can launch out of the back. Now there is a guy in there, but for some reason he's missing a head. So he's like, it's just a corpse in there right now. But I mean, how freaking cool. I just love the color scheme. The translucent orange, the blue, and the white. So obviously this one has to go on display somewhere. I guess we'll keep it going on this side. Like that. For now, until maybe we come up with a better place. Because geez Louise, okay. And then we have a gigantic Imperial Star Destroyer, and I have no earthly idea where this thing's going to go. We have some more classic pirates. I have a feeling I have way more pirates than I ever thought that I would. Here's a really dumb junior pirate ship as well. Okay. I really should not even put this top on yet, because it looks like there's a bunch of random things inside of here that we have to get rid of first. Okay, so first of all, here is an ice planet guy. And this goes to the top. And what is this? I have no idea. Did this go on top of there like that or something? There's a bunch of panels and things. That need to be reattached. Okay, then we have a little, okay, let me get rid of this thing. This must go on here, like on the bottom, so that when it goes like this, it turns that way. I mean, it's a cool looking ship for sure. Oh, that was one of its landing pads. Maybe this one. So there should be one more in here somewhere. Here it is. And there we go. So this thing should be complete now. How does this even go? Like this? There we go. Alright, so that's how it lands. So that's cool. Alright, back to the Imperial Star Destroyer, which has, for some reason, has a pirate ship in it. Okay. And that looks good. There's some engines. I remember this thing is so fragile. Oh my goodness. God, I had this in college. How long ago? 10, 11, 12 years ago? Jeez. Oh, why did I just do that? Now, what is this? So there's some stormtroopers in here. Okay, let's move these pieces out of the way. Yeah, but they are crooked. Why? Okay, like that. That didn't help. Okay, that did. Alright, is that everything? I think so. Alright, here we go. Get off. There we go. Oh, there's some ice planet stuff in there. Look at this. Oh, this darn thing is so fragile. Okay. And I have some repair work to do on it also. But, starting off, we have a couple pieces here that are part of the ice planet ship, believe it or not, that we have to go fix. Okay, so here we go. Now, where did these belong? I was going to say there, but oh, right here. Perfect. Again, the dust helps out again. When you see, when a set is completely covered in dust, and then you see a part that looks like brand new bricks, that's probably where the missing piece should go. Okay, so how does this go? Probably like that. Okay. So, like that. Like that. And then, yep, I thought this probably went up top here. Okay. There are some people in there. Rick, be careful. This thing is right behind you. Okay, so then we have some of these panels. Now, where on God's green earth did these come from? Okay, well, one of these came from here. And then, oh. Where did these go? Something makes me think they went, like, up here. Like, under here. Could that possibly be correct? You know what? I think they did. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe we actually found where those need to go. Okay, so then now we can put the top on this thing. As long as we don't drop anything, which I have absolutely been known to do. So, where does that go? Right about there. So, come on. Why did, okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We actually did it. So where in the world are we legitimately going to put this thing? Are you kidding me? Did it have landing gear at one point or not? Did it seriously just lay flat on the ground? That just seems absolutely insane. Okay. Oh, fudge. This thing is, I'm just going to put this somewhere. Because they're already breaking the bottom of it. Okay, let's try again. Thankfully, we are now basically done with what is in this box. Okay, so more piratey stuff. piratey people, more pirate people. There's going to be so much pirate. I'm thinking about putting the pirate stuff near the bottom. Okay, so where in the world did this come from? Where would this have come from? Not any of those classic space sets. All right, and another box is done. Can you believe it? We are done with another box. Okay, now let's work on this guy again. Come on. Jesus Christ, would you like cooperate or what? This thing does absolutely not want to come off. Okay, let's try this. Here's what we're looking at. Just in case you were curious. Oh my goodness. And this does not want to come up. So how, back in the day, I would like lift up from the front, but this piece wants to come off now. Come on. Jesus Christ, will you come off? What are you connected to so strongly? That is so weird. Well, we've got to get in there somehow. And now I realize what this other green lightsaber bar that I found earlier is actually for. Here it is. And it's one of the beams that this thing would shoot off. Which is so crazy to me that it refuses now to open. See, look, this thing came off. Okay, so let's just take that off. Now, where the hell did that go? Here it is. There we go. Finally, good God. Now we have to repair this. Somehow, some way. Like, just snap into place, please. Without too much effort. Okay. So now that is fixed. Now we need to push down on some of these floor tiles. To make sure that they are all solid. Okay, I think we're ready. Oh my gosh. This is held together so flimsily. It's absolutely insane. Well, why is this stopped and this isn't as stopped? Oh well, who cares? Let's just get this thing on here. Alright, so here we go again. We're going to drop this into place. There we go. And we're going to put these laser beams in here. Right? Now, like, was that a broken piece or what? Because why did that not want to go in there that easily? Okay, there. Okay, so now, let's see. This could be really funny or really, 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 really bad. Oh, that's right, there's a piece on the back. Yeah, we got that, okay. I still don't know where the ideal place to hold this thing is. Are you kidding me? I want to lift this up really high because I'm going to put this on the top shelf. Oh my gosh. carefully. Whew. We did it. Unbelievable. And it is now way up there. I'm going to, of course, turn it a little bit. Probably face it in the complete opposite direction, but that's where it's going to be. So what do you think? Shall we do one more box or no? Well, let's see. Let's bring in another box and then we'll see what is in that box. Okay, so let's see. Also, we're going to get rid of this for now because we don't need this either. We'll put this in here. Okay, let's get another box. Oh my gosh, this is a hopeless endeavor. This is absolutely hopeless. Because right when I think, okay, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident about the things we have left. We probably have more pirates, we have more classic space, we have a little more castle, but then that's it, right? Oh no. Also town, lots and lots of town, but what's in here is even more stuff, like a huge pyramid. Like, where am I going to put this gigantic pyramid? I have no earthly idea. And then what is this? This is like, that's the sail barge is down there. So what is this? I don't even know. But I also have all these ninja sets. Someone earlier was asking about Ninjago. Folks, these are the original ninja sets. And I would take these all day and all night over the new Ninjago stuff. Because this was like classic samurai. Okay, so that's cool. This needs to not fall off. Whew, awesome. Boom. And again, these are dusty as sin. Okay. So there's bound to be a little lever for that. So then the question becomes, where in the world do we put all of the ninja stuff? All of this ninja stuff. Here is a battering ram. Classic castle, which I assume belongs to these guys, which there is absolutely no room for. I may just put it here for now. Insane that that was in a different box. Okay, next we have this, which is a Viking siege engine, which I completely forgot all about. And I do have some Viking stuff going on down here, so I'll just nestle that over there for right now. And then this is a Black Knight's ship. And if anyone watched the Facebook stream earlier, you know I did mention that the classic castle did have some navy. And this is, I think, one of the larger naval vessels. So kind of mash that in there. And put this one over here, I guess. And this guy's just going to have to go somewhere else. Okay. So, now, what else do we have? Oh my gosh. This is the first piece of the next castle sets, which is also dusty as sin. And we'll have to find room for that somewhere. Now this, I believe, goes on top of this. Gosh, those old ninja sets, those are some of my favorite sets. What is this? Oh my gosh. Is that a Lord of the Rings boat? Like, how did I forget that I had a Lord of the Rings boat? And what kind of a tree is this? That is so weird. Half of this stuff I don't even remember. Oh my gosh! Look at this. This like gigantic minifigure keychain that has flashlight feet that do articulate, so you could have them pointing in different directions. That's just crazy. And the batteries still work. Again, I haven't seen this stuff in 6 years. And yet, the batteries are still working. That's absolutely hilarious. Okay. Time to get back to work. Oh, good God. What's next? What could possibly be next? Well, this, for starters. This is one of the earliest sets I remember making. Now, this isn't the original one that I made. Back in the day, what was this called? The Shogun's Stronghold or something like that? That's another one. I'll have to find some place to put. Jeez, I'm already having enough trouble keeping things from breaking without breaking them myself. Okay. Now we have some kind of archway, which does not belong to this. Here is the Emperor himself, which is very cool. Yep, we are definitely starting to get into the, what they used to fondly call the Jelly Bean Knights. Now this is insane. I don't even remember this ship at all. Is that King Morcia? Holy cow, what is King Morcia doing nowhere near his castle? Well, there's his gatehouse. So where is, probably up here. King Morcia and his castle will probably be up there. Okay, that's attached to something. And here is yet another. There's so much classic castle in here. It's absolutely unbelievable. And we are packed to the brim. There is no more room up here for classic castle. Unreal. For some reason, I tricked myself into thinking that we had already put all the classic castle stuff up on the shelf. And clearly, that was not the case whatsoever. Okay, now let's put these masts together of this ship that I have no idea what it is, which is absolutely hilarious to me. Oh my gosh, you know what? I bet I do remember this. This is a Lord of the Rings ship. It was in the Lord of the Rings where I think it was a Corsair ship where they have the, you know, the Uruk-hai or whatever are waiting for the Corsair reinforcements at the Battle of Plenner Fields, I think it was. And they see the Corsair ships approaching, and the orcs are all excited, and then here comes Aragorn and all of those ghost knights. That is what this ship is. Now, what is this caught on? I have no idea. But here's another dusty classic castle set. Here's more classic castle knights, which boggles my mind that there's still this many of them here. Okay, now can we lift this up? I don't know why not. Why? Oh, there it is. There we go. I was like, why not? Now this, I think, is from The Hobbit, but I don't know because I've never seen The Hobbit. But it's like some kind of mine. I don't even know. If anyone recognizes what this Lego set is, let me know. I love how I said I'm not going to display this tank, and then here it still is on the table. So this needs to go because table space is an absolute premium right now. Okay. So, are we ready for this ship? No, not yet. We should probably get the rest of this stuff out of here. See, some of these knights were custom made, and I don't even remember their names. Here's a little classic castle guy carrying around an empty chest. More classic castle knights, which of course we always make room for, even if there is no room. You know, I probably should have known that there was way more cavalry than I had originally found. Okay, then a whole lot of samurai. Man, I gotta say, this ship is amazing. Alright, I think we're ready. Whew. I do not even remember getting this ship at all. Not even a little bit. So the fact that I, at some point, actually did buy it and put it together and displayed it and then packed it up and haven't seen it in 6 years. The rudder goes there. The front piece is bent to hell and back. This is a flag that probably goes to this set over here. These things, I assume, attach to the back of the ship somehow. So, probably like this, and like this. Does this come up? Yep. So you can get into the captain's cabin. That's cool. That is very cool. And then what are all these little bits and bobs on here? Oh, what is this? Oh. Okay, so this goes here. And there's this big thing. Some of this does not go to this. That's clear as day. So for example, whatever this is, I assume does not go to this ship. And then here is a ninja. Here is probably something that goes to one of those classic castle sets. Here is another Lord of them. Now, are these pieces actually attached? Yeah, okay. Now, this goes somewhere. This goes somewhere. This, I don't know if this went to this or not. Here is some bread. And here is a crossbow. Where, oh, where would this crossbow go? Oh, maybe, I don't know. I just do not know. I'm not seeing a crossbow on the other side, so I have no clue where this crossbow should go. But I'm sure it goes to this ship. I'm almost positive that it goes to this ship. But I just don't see it. Oh wait, I have another crossbow literally in my hand. Now where does this go? Oh, well, let's set this here for a second. So these two crossbows that we found have to attach to this thing somehow. But normally, if you find a piece that broke off, you can easily find where it goes just by looking for a symmetrical one on the other side, but unfortunately we broke off both of them, so there's no telling where they go. But I assume it's something like, I don't know, here? No. Let's just put them up here for now. Alright, and that ends the ship that we've discovered that I have no clue, that I had no clue where it even came from, but now I remember. Oh my gosh, and it just barely fits on that bottom shelf. Can you believe it? How lucky are we? Here is King Morcia's gatehouse. Now I do like the idea of how you can flip it around to show ownership. But I guess we'll put it up there for now because that's where King Morcia's castle is probably going to end up. Then there's just a bunch of troops in here. Now here is the leader of the barbarians, I believe, Emperor Barboza. This is a forge that belongs with this mine. Let's put Barboza in his Viking fort. Okay, now a lot of troops. A whole pile of troops. And then comes probably the biggest question for us of all, which is going to be, where in hell do we put this gigantic pyramid? I just have no unearthly idea. Here it is, the gigantic pyramid. And where on earth does this pyramid go? I'm thinking maybe down here. For now, at the very least. Oh, holy cow. All right. Now we absolutely are going to put these guys in a tub. There's just a ton of knights in here. And we just do not have the space for any of these knights at this time. Okay. So now, with that, where does that leave us? All right, we're approaching the 2-hour mark. I think that is where we are going to leave it at this time. So let's do a post-video recap of what we've done. We are going to have to find room for all of this stuff, but that's going to be later on. We have some boxes of stuff that we're not sure what we're going to do with just yet. But here's what we did do. We decided that this shelf here was going to be the classic space shelf. And we've started putting classic space over there. We got all of our Western stuff in the Western shelf. We, in the last Facebook video, did all of this. And prior to the Facebook video, I did that. And I think that was it. We have that ship up there. But, oh, and we also put a ship way down over there as well. But we still have a lot more to go. So, is there any hope, you think, after seeing all of that? Here's what things are looking like in here. Pirates, lots of classic castle. Classic castle. And miscellaneous. Modern, classic space, miscellaneous, Western, and some other miscellaneous. Alright folks, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And we'll see if we do any more of these live. I don't know. It probably takes me longer to put this stuff away. We're finishing right at midnight Central. How perfect is that? About 2 hours right at midnight. Alright folks, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. And